Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, maniacs and savages of all ages. We are gathered here in the state of Maine for the second annual running of the Blue Hill Mountain Trail Fest. This is a multi-distance race in celebration of the mountain overlooking the coastal town of Blue Hill, Maine. Now, you may be saying to yourself, but that looks like Acadia National Park, and you would be right. This race absorbed so much of the day that there was no time for establishing shots, so we'll use stock footage from the day before. That's right, just 45 minutes away is one of America's most famous national parks, and if you'd like to see more, find the link in the description. Now for the Trail Fest! Here we sit on the rugged coast of Maine for 4 separate races ranging from 3 to 31 miles. We will begin with the most difficult race in the ultramarathon division. Introducing first, the challenger. This year, he is one of only 3 runners from out of state to attempt this race. This interloper has traveled through 7 states to get here, all the way from the Philadelphia region, in the suburbs of brotherly love. Although his speed is unremarkable and his accolades few, he will not be denied the rank of full-fledged maniac runner. This year, in 2024, he ran an ultra for the first time, and now in the month of August, he has a lifetime ultramarathon record of 3 wins, 1 loss. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing in at 182 pounds. He has a VO2 max of 53. Is that good? He doesn't know, because he has more to learn. But that's what his watch said. He does boast some knowledge, and what he does pride himself on is his astonishingly low resting heart rate of 44 beats per minute. He's the man with the 20-something body, the 40-something face, and the 60-something hair. From Media, Pennsylvania, the Nature Man, Joey B. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Introducing the champion. Out of the shadow of Mount Desert Island, along the rugged coast, in the quaint town of Blue Hill, Maine, this giant stands proud and alone. This 934-foot-tall isolated mountain has been a local landmark since time immemorial. It is part of the homeland of the now sovereign tribal nations of the Wabanaki people. Its original name means small misty mountain, and sure enough, in the morning mist it bears the look of a Led Zeppelin album. This race is Trail Sisters approved and is scheduled for a 10-hour time limit, starting at 5 o'clock in the morning and concluding at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What this means is that if a runner were to cross the finish line at 3:01, the result would be a DNF. Forming the shape of a figure 8, the lower half of the course heads down local roads into town, then back up through gently inclining trails. The upper half sports densely forested technical trails, but it's only about a third of the course. At first glance, the course profile would appear unassuming. However, victory in the ultramarathon division means these maniacs will have to last 7 rounds with the champion. In its full glory, the course will comprise 7 loops, a blistering 32 miles, over 6,000 feet of elevation. Its coastal vistas would be unmatched on a day that it didn't rain. Its native name, I hope I'm going to pronounce right, Awanajo, the jewel of the Wabanaki Confederacy, the Blue Hill Mountain 50K!
Drop bags?
You can go right under the tent on the corner, on the back corner here. I can
What?
take it from you if you want. And then it'll either be right over here or that tent or back out here when it's
Thank you.
How you feeling, buddy?
Great. Year 2.
Blue Hill Mountain Trail Pass.
Okay, so I'm officially in last place, but it's no problem. Slow and steady wins the race, right? But I'm not gonna win, of course. But no, I'm not worried about that. I mean, I was there at the start with about 20 seconds to spare, but I still had to tie my shoes and pin my bib on. Kind of reminds me of the hat run. As I do these races and they get harder and harder, it's like the start times get harder and harder too. When I started racing, I would do 5Ks, 10Ks. They'd start at 9 a.m. That was hard enough. To be up first thing in the morning and out somewhere an hour away, not the easiest thing in the world for me. So, this race started at 5 a.m. and I have to be ready to perform at my best. So, I was up at 3:30, actually before that, but there's a lot of things I have to get done before I'm ready to start the race. Anyway, last place, but it's early in the day. The sun hasn't even come up yet, so plenty of time to make up ground. Yeah, I'm very happy to camp at the Tilth Farms the last few days, right around the corner from the race here, like 2 minutes away by car. So thank you guys. Thank you, Tilth Farms. But I knew I had to be camping as close as possible to the start of the race. And I was there when it started, so okay. All right, well, coming into downtown Blue Hill, and I'm no longer in last place. Yeah. Keep on moving. Hello, thank you. Hey guys. That's right, so the post office. That's my landmark. Blue Hill, Maine. It's a very small town, right on the coast of Maine. So as soon as we come into town, make an immediate left by the post office, and then onto the trail. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do this 7 times, by the way. Try not to think about that right now. All right, well, I passed the aid station for the first time, which is right in the middle of the figure 8 loop. And then now begins the technical trail ascent to the summit of Blue Hill Mountain. So, we got some rocky roads here. Yeah, this is just as bad as New York or Pennsylvania in terms of the rocks, the ruggedness, the steepness. And I realized that I forgot my poles. My trekking poles are in the car, but that's fine because the car is right across the street from the finish line. So I'll be able to get that. Where are we going? Is it that? With that, I learned my lesson from last race when I got lost off the course for like an hour. I was like, no, I don't have to go up that. Because I already got off track, but just a tiny bit. So that was good. I realized right away. So right there is the pink course ribbon. Aha. It turned this way. Alright. Okay, yeah, that looks like something. We have another Lord of the Rings staircase here. This looks fun. Oh. Okay, so if anyone's ever wondered what does the term technical terrain mean? Well, it's this. It's what we've been seeing so far. Running over rocks, roots, all kinds of unevenness. Basically an obstacle course, but it's fun. Just don't take your eye off the ground. What's up? Chilling. Thank you. Did we already pass the top? I don't remember a view, but it was overcast There was one spot that seemed like maybe I could have stopped. I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. I see a guy in front of me. So, I'm not last anymore, right? Where I finish is far from the most important thing. I want to finish as high and as strong as possible, but, you know, I'm just one savage competing in a field full of savages. So, I mean, if I were to push it too hard and gas out and not finish the race, that'd be catastrophic failure. But if I finish the race, even in last place, huge success. What do we have here? Whoa! Wow. This looks so surreal in the morning mist, way up in the East Coast in Maine. This is exciting for me. This is my 4th ultramarathon, and it's my vacation week. So this is sort of like my 4th album. Like I had to do something huge. This is like my Zoso, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm on the cover of a Led Zeppelin album right now. And over the course of the next like 7 hours, the weather and the look of the landscape is probably going to change a lot. But this is an amazing start so far. I feel fantastic, and yeah, ready for 6 more loops. Woo! Thank you. 6 more to go. Mile 5 and round 2 of a 7-round bout with the champ. So, across the starting line and got some supplies for my drop bag. I got my trekking poles from my car, and I already dropped it off at the aid station because in this figure 8 loop, the bottom half, the trail's getting from the post office up to here, where this is like a residential road that's under construction, obviously. But the trail's getting back up to here, we're not that steep. So it was very nice of the volunteers to let me leave the poles at the aid station. Thank you guys. Because then that means that I only have to carry them for like half of the race. And that's, you know, that helps a lot. That's a big deal. Mile 8.5. I'm almost done round 2, and I'm at the top of Blue Hill Mountain. Now I know what the top was. It was that very technical part running over that. But over here, there is a view. Guess I figure I should take a look while I still have plenty of energy. Alright. Well, very mysterious. Yeah. And more, lots of Led Zeppelin vibes, I feel like, or Game of Thrones, or Lord of the Rings. This place is like shrouded in mystery. I mean, look at like this. This terrain right here, very Lord of the Rings. Yeah. And there's the course over there. One last look. See you in a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Hey, Sophie. Alright. Here's the parking lot. In case. That's good. In case I need anything from my car, like perhaps extra snacks. I think I'll be going there for a protein bar and a nut bar later. I don't think I can eat bananas all day long, but I had a couple earlier. So I'm on Mountain Road, that's what the course starts on. Goes down, about to get into that construction. And then, there it is. Blue Hill Mountain. I only have to get to the top of that 5 more times. Ah! What am I doing? It's too early to be talking like that. I can't be thinking about that until like round 6, and then maybe I'll think about being over. All right, so in round 3, almost out of battery, and I think we've seen the whole course by now, so that's good. I'm gonna put the camera away for a while. You know, we're just gonna loop around again. Finish the 3rd loop, 4th loop, 5th loop. It'll probably be like the 6th loop by the time I see it again. Whoa, whoa. Time skip. All right. Well, I skipped ahead much further than I thought. It's now round 7, coming into the home stretch. A lot's happened since the last time I saw you, and I don't have the energy to get into that now because the cutoff to finish this race is in 10 minutes. But the good news is I just got to get down there. So. Oh my god. Oh my god, finally. Oh my god. Here's my finisher medal. Very well designed, so I'll have to fill in the gaps later. I am practically dead. I really didn't think I was going to continue at the end of round 5 and 6. Maine was this close to beating me, and I didn't want to let that happen, but thank you, Blue Hill Mountain Trail Fest. Thank you, tough challenge, and well worth the trip. So, thanks again. Goodbye. Safe and sound in Media, Pennsylvania. But oh my god, 24 hours ago, I was on the coast of Maine, and I wouldn't say I was on death's door, to be realistic, but I mean, I was starting to wonder what it looked like. I wasn't on the same street or the same neighborhood or something. I mean, I was definitely in the metropolitan area. And it was about 3 hours before I felt normal again. I felt like I left about 10 pounds on the course. But I stepped on the scale today, 6 pounds light. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to bounce back from this one, but moving around okay. All right, so what happened? There was a huge time jump there, right? Well, to use the boxing analogy, first 3 rounds, I was taking it to the champ. I was, you know, cruising, no problem. I think I won those 3 rounds. And then the 4th round, the champ got some shots in. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. Then it was the 5th round, and the course won that round big time. Now in the 5th round, I was seriously considering quitting and just being realistic that, like, I don't think I have what it takes here. The upper loop, when we had to go up the mountain with all those like Lord of the Rings stairs, That was starting to do a real number on me. Like, how am I gonna do this 2 more times? I was going over what I was gonna say in the video if I end up quitting, and that was on the 5th round, so I'm like, it didn't seem like it was bad enough to have to quit yet, so okay, I do the 6th round, I get through that, it didn't get much worse, and then the 7th round, the last round. You figure if you make it this far, you can just power through. When I started the last round, I thought I had plenty of time, and then there's a cutoff for these things. If you don't finish by the cutoff, DNF. All right, so this has a happy ending, but what did I learn from this? What did I take away? Well, I think I hit my limit, and I'm not gonna push it for a while. I don't know if I wanna go past this distance or not. Having said that, now that I need to take more breaks, the next ultra marathon is gonna be 5 weeks away again. I know, that's just how it's happening this time. That's gonna be coming up on September something in Connecticut. I can't imagine it's gonna be as rugged as Maine. I hope not.